Hey guys, so today we're going to teach you how to fit axillary clutches, and this is super important that we get it right because ambulation really depends on making sure that the assistive device fits properly. So one way that you can do this is you can do this in seated. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to ask the patient how tall they are after you introduce yourself, everything. Hi Will, my name's Tim. I'm going to be working with you today. I'm a PT.
Love it.
Awesome. Okay, do you know how tall you are?
5'11".
Perfect.
On a good day in the morning.
I like it. Okay, so 5'11". So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to adjust these crutches. So as you can see down here, you're just going to press in, and then you can adjust the height. These are already set to 5'11", so I don't have to change them. I'm going to do this on both. So we are all set. So we've already instructed Will on how to stand up with the crutches. So what he's going to do is he's going to stand up, and then we're going to measure them in standing, and then sit him back down. Okay? So, Will, I'm going to have you put the crutch on your left hand.
Yeah.
And you're going to use it to help you stand up.
Okay.
And you're going to push through. You're going to come on up in standing. Good. Take that crutch, slide it over to that right side. Perfect. Good. And now you're going to want the crutch, the base of that crutch, 6 inches at a 45-degree angle, anterolateral from that toe. Okay? So Will's going to be perfect. So now I'm going to stick my hand in his armpit, and you really got to get in there. All right, get over it. You got to get in there.
I feel it.
And you have to see if 2 to 3 fingers can fit in between the crutch and the axilla. Okay? In Will's case, it does, but we're going to pretend it doesn't. Okay? So great job, Will. I'm going to have you take that crutch, put it on this side, and we're going to sit back down. Nice and slow. Perfect. Great job.
Thanks.
So it's very important when measuring and refitting. Say I had to change these, I would change them, have Will stand up, and refit again. So always refit. You always want to check and recheck just to make sure that the assistive device is at the correct height. So I change these. I put them at a different height. I make them shorter or taller depending on what I had to do. And I'm going to have Will stand back up. Take that crutch, put it on your other side. Perfect patient. 6 inches at a 45-degree angle, anterolateral from that toe. Then I'm going to come under. Perfect fit. Now we are set for ambulation. Okay? We made sure that those crutches fit. We checked again. So while Will's in standing, we're also going to check another way just to make sure that the hand grip is at the right height. Okay? So one way that we're going to do this is we're going to have our patient relax his arm. And we want to make sure that the hand grip matches up with the styloid process when his arm is relaxed. Okay? Another way that we want to check this is we're going to have Will grab onto that hand grip, and we want to see that his elbow is at a 20 to 30 degree bend. So those are 2 ways that you're going to check that. If you have to change it, you're going to unscrew this bolt right here and change the hand grip. Okay? We don't have to. Will's all set. But if I did, Will, can you please grab that crutch, put it in your right hand, or your left hand rather, and we're going to sit back down. So scooch on back so you feel a chair. Good. Okay, perfect. So what I would do now is I would alter the hand grip height and then have Will come back up, and then we would check to make sure that he fit. And the big thing is that you always want to check the fit before you have them ambulate. That's super important. Do not assume that it fits. And another thing that we wanted to point out is don't change 2 things at once. So don't change the height of the hand grip and then the height of the bottom, the base, at the same time. Okay, it's too many variables, and you want to make sure that you can account for everything.
Hi. Thank you so much for joining us. Today we're going to learn about how to fit Lofstrand crutches. Okay? We've got Tim here. He's an eager student and patient. So what we're going to do, similar to how we initially work with the axillary crutches, we're going to get the patient standing to initially fit. These don't really have a height gauge on them, unlike some of our axillary crutches, so it's tough, even if you ask the patient how tall they are, to kind of get an estimate for how to fit these. So we're going to get you standing first, okay, Tim?
Okay.
I want you to grab onto these with one hand there.
Yep.
You can push off with the other arm on the chair if you feel like it.
Okay.
And we're just going to come into standing, okay?
Yep.
All right. So we're in standing. You can pass one off to your other hand. All right. And that's exactly how it goes. It's helpful when your patient is also a PT student. So now what we're looking for is, again, similar to the axillary crutches, we want to do the styloid process rule of thumb. So if you let go of this, Make sure the patient's standing up straight, or else that's going to fudge the numbers. So you can see how this can kind of come down a little. The wrist crease is pretty high up. Okay, so we're going to do that for both of them. Changing one thing at a time. Go ahead and pass the crutch to the other hand. You're doing great so far. I'm not going to help you with this. You have to learn on your own. All right? Too much feedback is a bad thing, kids. So I'm going to, what was it, too short?
Yes.
Go one down. Getting a good view of this. Boom. So now we're going to stand him up again. I like to do this. Look at that. They're so much closer together. That's not something they teach in school. You can come into standing again, Tim. Good for you. How's that feel?
Good.
Okay. Much better. Look at that wrist crease matchup.
Amazing.
First time. All right.
It feels so much better.
I appreciate that. So now what we're going to focus on is the distance from the cuff to the olecranon. You see that? Olecranon cuff. Okay? It should be an inch and a third. Okay? So I don't have my ruler with me. I usually left it at home. So I'm going to kind of estimate here. That's about 2.5 inches. So I'm going to bring them up. Okay? Sit down again, sir. Take your time.
Can't do your little flip.
It's okay. Not many people can. That's what I learned studying abroad in Russia. So I'm bringing this up. Yeah? It was at 4. Now it's up there. Boom. Okay? I have a good feeling about this one. One more time, Tim.
Sit stands are a workout.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Right, we don't have to do anything after this.
Perfect.
And again, similarly to the axillary crutches, we're looking to measure these when the base of each cane is at a 45-degree angle from the foot, okay, 6 inches away. All right? I'm looking at the olecranon again. I'm calling that pretty close. All right? We have successfully and efficiently and in a pretty friendly way, I think, fit these crutches to Tim. Tim, thank you so much. Just sit down. Thanks. You can cut.